Okay, so first of all, I wanted to know who of you consider that he's happy in his life. Like, I'm speaking about real happiness. Okay, at first there's just like two hands, now there is much more. Okay, I'm gonna tell you something, and after you're gonna repeat it in yourself, like if you're really happy. Okay, so I'm sure a lot of you love some very quick and small pleasures, like buying the latest iPhone, or going to buy the latest clothes. I'm thinking about Nastia maybe, until your wardrobe like is just exploding, or you love also like eating cakes, etc. I'm speaking about very quick small pleasures. This is to differentiate with other things that you're doing, like meaningful things that leads to happiness. Actually, I don't know if you saw this video. In case you didn't, I really advise you to do it. There is a neuroscientist from America who made a study. He said that people actually who goes to very quick small pleasures, let's say like those ones as I told you before, their neurons are getting exciting very, very quick, so they tend to die like earlier than the other ones. But if you're choosing in your life to do things that bring you to happiness, to meaningful things, to long-term like effects and not short-terms, your neurons are getting excited, like they're not getting excited, they're working like on a more slow pace, which means that you're gonna be happy in the long term. So actually two guys, Joshua and Ryan from America, found their way of happiness. 20 million are following their movement. This is the movement of minimalism. Somebody heard about minimalism before? I'm not speaking about art, I'm speaking about minimalism in a way of living. Somebody heard? One person, two, that's it? Okay. Let me tell you then a story, then you're gonna understand much more better. So Ryan is the typical American guy. I'm sorry for the cliche, but I know many Americans. My family also is living in America, so I know quite a little bit the culture. But Americans do love, for example, spending much more than they have on their bank account. And Joshua was part of them. Ryan, sorry, was part of them. He went on a very important career. He went super rich. He bought a villa, he bought a very expensive car. He had a lot of stuffs, all the latest things, etc. His house was full of gadgets, expensive stuffs, etc. And one day, his wife left him. So he got divorced. And at this moment, he just realized that actually, he's not happy. He's not happy, and the first thing, what are you doing when you're not happy? To whom are you going? To your best friend. So he went here to his best friend, who is Joshua. And Joshua told him, okay, I have an idea for you. Tomorrow, you come back to your home, and you're gonna pack in big boxes, all your entire stuffs in your house. So I'm speaking about from the big television you own, until the toothbrush, until the blanket sheets, every single thing you're gonna pack. So all your entire house should be packed in boxes. And you're gonna put names on those boxes. And after, you're gonna open like every box that you need during 1 month. And past this month, all the things that you didn't open inside the box, you're gonna give them or sell them back or etc. Because yeah, the thing I forgot to tell you is that Ryan had huge debts. We had the debts in thousands of dollars. So what he did this, and he sold all his stuffs, and he just kept 100 things. So can you believe, like tomorrow, I'm asking you to live just with 100 stuffs? I'm not sure. Just count in your house how many stuffs you have. It's much more than 100. Okay, so me, actually today I want to speak to you about minimalism because I consider myself as a minimalist. I am living since 7 years in a foreign country, and the only thing I possess with me is just 2 luggages. So I don't have like a special secret, let's say, for this, but what I learned from this thing is that I prefer to live my life on more meaningful things and putting meanings not on stuffs but on experiences. So I have like actually 3 tips to give you for the future. For those who don't find happiness, for those who already have, luckily you, then you're happy already. Okay, so the first tip I'm gonna give you is that please, when you come back home, just like check all your rooms, etc., and ask yourself if each are the stuffs you own, they're really meaningful. Just maybe you can give yourself a rule. If you're not using a thing in the next 6 months, just throw it away, because trust me, there is no sentimental value. You need to throw it. Second thing, because also you can focus much more on what you have. Second rule I wanted to tell you, forgot, sorry. Yeah, please spend money on experiences, not on stuffs, because this is the only thing that is gonna remain in you at the end of your life. And the last thing also that is very important is that next time you're gonna buy something, ask yourself why before buying it. And I'm speaking about the people who are already planning to purchase something with their credit card and making much more debts on their accounts. And I'm gonna finish this speech with a meaningful quote that I really like. Minimalist is not about the lack of something, it's the perfect amount of something. Thank you.